Good day, good day, good day. It's another beautiful day here in South Florida. And today, for our summer pop up, we are going to have a wonderful treat coming to you from none other than Mr. Antolin Delgado, representing MSC Cruise Lines. Antolin, are you with me?
I am right here. Thank you so much, Mauricia, and to all of our friends over at Travel Cruise On. It's when you let me know that we were, doing this event again for the second year, and you asked us to participate. I mean, we just couldn't help but join this wonderful event and talk about all the wonderful things, not only that are going on in the cruise industry as a whole, but specifically with MSC Cruises. As Mauricia mentioned, my name is Antolin del Collado, and I am the business development manager for MSC Cruises. And I have the great pleasure of helping our wonderful travel partners, such as Travel Cruise On, put their wonderful and beloved guests on board our incredible ships. Today we have a bunch of great stuff to cover, and we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Um, MSC. So we are somewhat a relatively unknown cruise line. However, we are the fastest growing cruise line. So that's something that we think it's important for our passengers and our prospective guests to know that MSC is not necessarily a up and coming brand, but we've been an established brand in Europe for quite some time, and now we're really trying to position ourselves as a global cruise line. We're going to have ships positioned all around the world, touching everywhere from the Red Sea to Asia, and then of course, our backyard here in the wonderful Caribbean. So it's just really exciting to be a part of such a vibrant and growing company. Some of the important details also to kind of get to know us is we're the third largest cruise line in the world in terms of capacity. Which is pretty incredible to say. That talks to this incredible growth that MSC Cruises has been going on through the years. We're also very proudly the world's largest privately owned cruise line. That family culture from the owners really resonates all the way from our headquarters, all the way throughout our offices worldwide, and then of course touching our crew on our wonderful ship. So it's just a really cool vibe of bringing a very diverse demographic. I mean, running around the ship, you're gonna meet people from all around the world, and it really creates this wonderful intimacy, right? That's bringing like-minded people from all around the world to enjoy a wonderful cruise experience. And the growth is not going to stop here. I mean, we are still anticipating another 5 more ships to be built all the way through 25. And we are going to talk about a very special ship that's coming down to our market here in Miami in November. But I don't want to get ahead of myself because we're going to talk a little bit about her in a little bit. So I touched about this, right? What makes us different? I always would say, when I used to travel I was never a crew member per se, but I traveled a lot on ships, and I had the privilege to go to the crew bar, and I always thought that that was such a cool and a unique experience, because you're in this room, and you're bringing all these like-minded people, right? Everybody's there for work, coming in from all these different countries, and everybody was just having a blast and getting along, and it was just really unique, right? And then of course it's not necessarily a bar setting, but MSC brings that, where you can be waiting in line and have a conversation with somebody from France, the same way for someone from Brazil. And I just think it's great because, again, you're more likely to be traveling with somebody like-minded like you, because you were drawn to the same cruise, to the same experience. And then the other thing that really separates MSC is we deliver an authentic cruise experience. We really like to touch not only by the way of food and the way of the art, but we really just the overall experience. We like to touch on the cultures of where our ships get to. The other thing that our guests love is when it's very evident. The minute that you step on board one of our ships, you can tell that there's just a certain level of elegance and just a refined feel of the ship. I mean, the everything from the cleanliness to the decor to the paintings, and then of course, as you're gonna see down here on the bottom of the screen, our famous Swarovski stairway crystals that basically is the feature point of most of the ships, and especially the new ships' atriums. So imagine you walk in on the ship, and the first thing you see is this beautiful, vibrant, alive atrium with this just incredible decor. It just really puts you on another level, and that's just fantastic. So we are a friendly cruise line. We have award-winning kids programs. So we cater to a lot of folks, right? We cater to the curious traveler, for those folks, like I mentioned, that want to learn and connect with different cultures. We connect with those passengers that really like that premium cruise experience. We do have yacht club, like premium accommodations on our ships, a wide array of different type of staterooms to offer flexibility, for every type of traveler, from the person that just wants an inside stateroom because, they're, hey, I'm never in the stateroom kind of a feel, to the people that want the suites and the private butler, and that really, again, that refined premium experience. So it's just really amazing how we can just cater to so many different wants and needs on our ships. So it's just, it gives you and your family just a bunch of flexibility. And us as consumers, that's what we want, right? We want to have the flexibility to have a great time no matter where you go on the ship. Okay, and then fantastic, the moment that we've been waiting for all you longtime cruisers, and for hopefully your future cruisers. We haven't been able to get at sea, I think, for the better part of 15, 16 months. And we miss it, right? Like we need cruises, and finally, we've got the green light, and we have the open door to resume cruising starting here on August 2nd, sailing out of Miami. This is a monumental moment. I mean, our teams have been working tirelessly throughout the entire year, working with local authorities, excuse me, working with health and safety professionals to really create not only a safe create and harbor a safe environment, but also an environment that's going to be enjoyed by our guests, right? So we are not what I would say, we're not delivering a diluted vacation or a diluted cruise experience. You are getting a full on, amazing, fully immersive MSC cruise experience, but with a very safe and responsible supplier that's going through extraordinary lengths and protocols to make sure that our guests and our crew are safe day in and day out. So we're going to touch a little bit about that as well, because I think that's an important part, of our travel moving forward. Right? Is we want to have the comfort, we want to feel safe, and we want to believe in what your supplier, or in this case MSC Cruise Line, and what we're doing. Again, to keep you safe. So the Meraviglia is going to start off slow, right? So we're going to have one ship starting on our side of the world here, starting on August 2nd. She's going to be doing cruises of 3 and 4 nights. So if you have not booked your 2021 cruise vacation or vacation at all, there is still opportunity. We just went on sale last week. This is a relatively new program. In our industry, things move fast, right? So the government gave us the green light to be able to build these itineraries, gave us the green light to get Americans on ships where we belong and where we love to be. So there's plenty of availability, but it is going to move fast. But again, it's, if you, obviously we'll love you if you want to plan your future vacation for next year or for the time being, but just know that, if you want to jump on a quick and a safe vacation, that MSC Cruises can be your go-to partner here for 2021. Now, once, so like I mentioned, she's going to start August 2nd, and then our second ship will start out of Port Canaveral, commencing on September 16th. So as you can see, it's going to be a slow but gradual restart to our operations here in the United States. And again, that's just a testament of us being a responsible supplier. We want to make sure that the protocols in place work, which there's a case study that, and I'm going to share that they do. But again, it's just to be ultra responsible, to always taking it above and beyond what the local authorities ask in terms of health and safety, that we really far exceed what's needed. Because again, as an organization, it is incumbent upon us to keep everybody safe. And we have been doing so for quite some time. And again, I want to share that story in a minute. So another great thing that's happening for our industry, of course, the number one thing is to be able to open up and be able to step foot right on a beautiful ship and take a cruise vacation. But with that being said, MSC, as I mentioned in the beginning, we are going through this incredible growth. And with this incredible growth comes new ships. And with new ships comes new opportunity to put our new ships in important markets such as Miami. So really excited that we are going to have MSC's flagship this November. She will be the brand new ship. She's actually going to be delivered in the Mediterranean in August. And as you can see, she is just a spectacular, beautifully designed ship. It's everything from environmentally safe to the cutting latest edge of technology for guest amenities. So we're just really, really excited that not only our company is continuously building new and greater ships and really pushing the envelope with these new builds, but also that we have the ability to have one in our backyard here in Miami. So really excited, and then a great opportunity if you're looking for a vacation from November onward. If you haven't planned your family vacation for next year, please contact one of your travel Cruzon professionals and your friends over there, because they'll work with me and we'll get a great, fantastic deal for you. Everything from all inclusive with beverage packages and Wi-Fi, to just cruise only if you're looking for the most economical route. But again, we offer a ton of flexibility, all within a cruise premium experience that we're going to deliver. For those that may be familiar with MSC, you can tell that the Seashore looks somewhat to the Seaside, which was a ship that spent a great deal of time here in Miami that was wildly successful. But the ship is completely redesigned. So even though it looks very similar to the outside, the truth of it, 65% of the interior of the ship is completely different. So if you've been on the Seaside and now you go on the Seashore, even though again they look kind of alike from the outside, the interior space is going to be a completely different experience. So it's taking what we did really, really well on the Seaside and just taking the Seashore to another level. So, everything from, of course, more staterooms, but I'm going to show you a couple slides here so you can see just the amazing modern feel that ship has, right? And it's really cool. Here's some other just stats so you can see the difference between the Seaside and the Seashore. Of course, she's going to be a lot bigger. She's just a newer ship. And it's going to have, more amenities than what we offer on the Seaside, which is really, really exciting because, again, I'm not lying. The Seaside was a wildly successful ship in our market. So we're anticipating no less from this beautiful MSC Seashore. MSC Cruises, we are a subsidiary company from MSC Cargo, right? So you might see some of our cargo containers and our cargo ships out for those of you that live near the ocean. And so for our company to be environmentally safe is of the utmost importance. We all live off of the sea, whether we're in the cargo or in the cruise side of the company. So for us to continuously be a leader, right, an industry leader in both cargo and in cruise of environmentally responsibility and technology, is something that we really hold our head high on. So everything from liquid nitrous gas that's extremely just a lot better for our environment, to nearly zero emissions. Zero. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Like just bad gas into the air. From advanced water treatments to advanced recycling on the ships. I mean, it's just really, really extraordinary. The technology behind keeping our environmental safe. So I say that because sometimes, we connect with companies that are responsible, right? We connect with stories that might mean something to us, right? So, it feels good that, let's say when you donate $1 to, recycling fund or whatever, right? Makes you feel good about it. Well, it makes you feel good working and putting your cruise vacation dollars on a company that really cares about the environment, right? So we always like to share that story about MSC. Then, of course, the Seashore is going to have, just as I mentioned, again, just a wide variety of different staterooms and accommodations, even for families of 5. If you guys are traveling together, we can definitely get you. And then even have staterooms side by side with these Super Family Pluses that can accommodate up to 10 guests. So even if you're a large family, again, we can work with you. So as you can see, again, you'll as we continue on the presentation, you'll see the different amount, the amount of flexibility, should I say, that MSC offers on board of our beautiful ships. And then, of course, being the newest ship, the Seashore, she's going to have the biggest and the greatest yacht club and all of the fleet. And for those of you that are not familiar with the yacht club, it is our ship within our ship concept. Basically you're the 1% of the ship, so you have your own private area, private butler, you have an exclusive dining room with a private menu. I mean, it really takes that cruise experience to another level. And don't be afraid to price it out and have your friends at Travel Cruzon give you some quotes, because you'd be surprised on how affordable this incredible experiences. And I'm going to tell you right now, me, yours truly, sitting right here, I actually sailed on it with my wife, and let me tell you, it was kind of my bad because now she only wants to sail on Yacht Club, so it makes Dad sell a couple more cruises. But yeah, guys, it's just really, really fantastic. So if you want that premium touch, look no further than the Yacht Club on board of our ships, but specifically the Seashore. That's going to be the biggest and the most luxurious. So the new ship is also going to introduce, outdoor dining, which I think is very unique and very special, right? So outdoor dining is something that can't really be created anywhere, right? You need an ocean and you need a ship, right? And and our Butcher's Cut is our signature steakhouse. So to have this, and as you can see the ambiance and that lighting, it's just really, really spectacular. Just really excited. Of course, we'll have an indoor section as well, but it's fantastic. You're gonna see that throughout the ship as we've really, the seaside was constructed to bring folks closer to the sea, right? So the seashore is no different. And one element that we wanted to kind of build upon was more outdoor seating, and there's a wide variety and array of bars and restaurants, but as you can see here, even a buffet area outdoor, which I think is really cool. So, again, just, what being on a ship is unique because you're at ocean, right? So the more that you can connect the ship, the ocean, and your experience, to me, that just makes a very nice mixing pot of great feelings and great feels and just, an enjoyable cruise experience. And as you can see here, the aft, just really modern. We're gonna have an infinity pool there in the back, and just makes it look like you're in South Beach, right? It's just really, really spectacular, and we're really excited about it. And the other thing that we really want to highlight about the Seashore is we're gonna have a new aft lounge, right? So as you can see, this is kind of like a mini theater on its own, and we're expecting a ton of fantastic entertainment, everything from live music, from dancing to engaging activities with our crew staff. So really excited that we have this multimedia lounge in addition to our massive and incredible theater. And again, just to deliver different and wonderful cruise experiences throughout your vacation, right? So, yes, we have great ships. That's no doubt about it. We have one of the most modern fleets in the entire industry because of our growth. But we also have something that's relatively unknown and unseen is we have a private island only 64 miles off of the coast of Miami. So what that means is it gives us a flexibility to have a cruise experience and the private island, not only during the day, but also at night. Our ships are there even at nighttime where we have lights and shows and junk canoe parades, again, touching to the Bahamian culture where, MSC touching to where our ships call on, which again is one of the many beauties of MSC. And also with the foods, right? We're gonna have food trucks around the island. Lunch is included when the ship is docked there, and the ship is going to dock, right? There is no tender service, so it's not only a private island that you're there during the day and during the night, but you don't have to take your tender boat on and off the ship. So you're talking about ultimate luxury, ultimate comfort, and just spectacular. I mean, the beach is incredible. There's 8 different beaches, and it's called MSC Ocean Key Marine Reserve. And again, I say Marine Reserve because it touches about, that's another part of the story of how the company, I want you to connect on how the company is responsible and kind of the things that we do to keep our environment safe. So this island was actually a sand extraction site, where we actually rebuilt, we've planted, I think it was 77,000 trees. We did this massive marine restoration project with coral. We planted super corals that are thriving through the island. We've seen marine life come back. We've put recycling and waste management, our advanced systems on the island. So it's just incredible. So, we put the word Marine Reserve there because that's actually what this is, right? If you're looking for an island where, you have water slides or, different type of amenities. Hey, I love that too. There's nothing wrong with that. But MSC, our Marine Reserve says a different story, right? This is a different type of experience. And with eco tours and just beautiful. I mean, it's just pristine. I mean, like I said, 8 different beaches. You can literally be there 2 days and not see the entire island. I do have a video. I'm hoping that, I'm not sure if the sound will work. Oh, but I want you to at least, and the sound's not going to work. I just can at least talk over some of the images. So as you can see there, that's a Sunset Beach where the sun sets on the west side of the island. As you can see, that the sand is just it's kind of like, it's like sugar, right? And the water is just as clear as the sky on a beautiful day. And the colors are crazy. So like there's different shades of blue on the ocean on all the different beaches. So I'm telling you, you can go to one of those different beaches, 8 beaches a day, and have a different experience because visually it looks different. You know, the sand's different, the setup is different, but all just incredible. That lighthouse right there, believe it or not, is full of LED lighting, and at nighttime it comes alive and it illuminates with all these beautiful colors. And we actually have a DJ out there and music. So, you know, this is creating experiences that you cannot see or find with on another private island. You know, and like I always mention, you know, every cruise line with their private islands, they do something really, really well, right? And they're all enjoyable, you know, but you know, MSC's takes it another level because we're taking luxury, we're taking relaxation, but also with this incredible story of how we resurrected, if you will, this island, and to create this beautiful, beautiful, unforgettable destination. I mean, it was something that we're wildly, wildly proud of, and you know, it's relatively unknown. A lot of us, you know, the island was first introduced in November of 2019, and then of course with the closures of everything that's happened in the last you know 18 months or so, for 60 months, whatever it is, we don't want to remember that. You know, that we're just we're really excited because with having an island of this magnitude, we know that we have the ultimate, again, flexibility to create and implement our own health and safety. Oh, look at that lighthouse there! It's crazy. It's how cool is that? Right? So, you know, that we can implement our health and safety protocols. We can really harbor a safe environment where social distancing is enabled, right? The island is massive, as I've mentioned, and, you know, it's just really great, right? So having, you know, the island here and with all of the health and safety protocols that we got going on, you know, the island just gives us a really great opportunity to, again, deliver fantastic cruise experiences in a safe manner, right? So hope you enjoyed that little video. Now, there you go, 64 square miles of protected water. And when we actually cleaned the island, we picked up more than 7,500 tons of scrap metal and waste around the island. So just, again, really cool story about the island. So when you're there, you know, I just want you to connect, but you're not going to go wrong in choosing a vacation that goes on to the island. So the big question everybody's always asking, right, is MSC, health and safety. Are you guys safe? And am I going to be safe? And, you know, I was actually on a panel for ASTA, which is the American Society of Travel Advisors. And on that panel, that question came about, right? So I'm a genuine guy, so I'm going to give it to you like I gave the attendees on that panel. It's, you know, safe, you know, it's all on how we define safe, right? You know, what is safe, right? So, and not only that, so, you know, tomorrow's never promised, right? And no matter where you are. So I think in terms of choosing the right vacation for you is to educate yourself on what that supplier, or in this case, MSC Cruises, is what are we doing to keep me safe? What are we doing that's going to help me enjoy my cruise vacation? And you know, does it work, right? So I'm here to tell you very proudly, MSC Cruises, we have been navigating and cruising since August of 2020. Let me repeat that. We have been cruising in the Mediterranean since August 2020. Today, as I speak, and I'm doing this presentation with you and Mauricia right now, we have 6 ships navigating around the world, right? So it's not that we're just starting here for the first time in the United States with one ship. You know, MSC, we're one of the first, or I believe the first mass cruise line to start its operations in August. We've had more than 80,000 guests sail under our protocols. So the reason why I share this with you is because, so you understand that, you know, the company, we didn't just open all our ships at one time. We did a very gradual start, just like we're going to start here in the United States, like I shared with you in the beginning of the presentation. And it's going to be a slow and gradual build, right? So now we have 6 ships operating. You know, so the health and safety protocols that we're going to cover briefly here, they're working, right? So we've had situations on board, but the protocols in place, you know, everybody got wrapped up and there was no harm, no foul. The guests are safe. The rest of the ship wasn't interrupted, and everybody was able to get on their cruise and enjoy their experience. So, you know, again, as you're choosing your cruise experience, you know, that's what I say. It's like, you know, understand what the cruise line supplier, but of course, in my case, the cruise line is doing to keep you safe, and just, you know, hopefully you can feel comfortable with what we're doing, and also the case study that we've been operating for such a long time, and and I've already sailed close to 100,000 guests with these protocols. So a little bit about what we're doing is we do have a link, but I always refer to you to go to your travel cruise on professional, because they're always working with me and always getting the information up to date. So to make sure you're not confused. I mean, that's why your travel provider is there and your partner, because they're not really your travel agent or your travel, they are your travel advisor, but technically they're your friend and they're your coach, right? So you want to go to them, lean on them with their expertise. And, but this information is readily available. But again, I would always go with them. And then we do have protocols according to wherever the ship is going, which again, that's a perfect example where a travel professional comes in. You can easily click the Europe Cruises by accident, see all those protocols of what it takes to sail, and then you're really booking, a Caribbean cruise, and you can find yourself in an uncomfortable situation where a travel professional can steer you in the right way. But we do have different protocols according to wherever the ship goes and the health and safety protocols to that particular market. But I do want to go over what we're asking for here in the United States, because this is the latest and greatest. This was just announced last week, and this is why we're so excited and why we actually have the green light to be able to start sailing here on August 2nd. So MSC Cruises is going to identify the passengers in 3 segments, okay? Fully vaccinated, not fully vaccinated, or if you don't want to show your, if you don't want to show your vaccination proof, that's okay. You'll just be categorized as not vaccinated. And then if you recovered from COVID within a 90-day period. If you did, you would be treated as a vaccinated guest, okay? And basically what happens is, if you're not vaccinated, you need to buy our insurance. I mean, it's just that simple. We keep it, it's very affordable, but it gives you coverage that in case something happens pre-cruise, in case something happens during the cruise, and it also covers your, your costs to get your medical and all that to get you back home. So it's really great. The beautiful thing about MSC, if you are fully vaccinated and you are recovered within 90 days of your cruise, and of course you have to show proof, and there's all fine details to this, and the insurance is actually provided by us. So let's say, God forbid, something happens and you contract COVID mid-cruise, all that coverage of getting from the medical costs, lodging, and travel is all covered under your cruise experience. And again, all the fine details are there. You can work with your travel cruise on to get the specific, coverage and amounts, per category, if you will. But that's just, how awesome is that, right? How cool is that MSC is going to give you this assurance, if you will, right? If you're vaccinated, to have a great experience. And how cool is it that we are giving an avenue to somebody that either doesn't want to get vaccinated or can't get vaccinated, right? I've heard those kind of stories before, that there is a way for them to enjoy their cruise as well. So at the end of the day, regardless of where you fall, everybody's getting tested before you get on a ship. If it's a cruise if that 5 days or longer, if you're not vaccinated, you need to take a test before you get off the cruise. I mean, so there's just a ton of, protocols in place, to keep everybody safe. We're confident that this is going to work. Like I mentioned, it's been working overseas. Started with 1 ship. Now, thank God, we're sailing with 6. And by the end of August, I believe our goal is to have 10, which is almost or more than half of our fleet operating. So, again, this is really cool. This is really great stuff. I guarantee you there's going to be some questions behind it. So again, I can't urge you enough to pick up the phone, call the email, get a hold of your travel cruise on folks, because they're going to steer you in the right way, and make sure that you got all the information you need, right? And then, of course, in closing, I can't let you go without a promotion, guys, right? So, I hope that, because I really feel this, man, and I genuinely love MSC. I genuinely love the product. As a consumer, I happily bring my family in there. So I hope that excitement, I resonated that with you all. But, one thing about the fact that we're environmentally responsible, the fact that we have beautiful, new and compelling ships, the fact that we are a family-owned cruise line and we have that family culture feel in our offices, we also have great pricing, right? So it's almost, I'm not even kidding. We have a special called Go All In, and basically it's going to give you an all-inclusive price, right? So, when you get on the ship, your drink package is already included. You have which is unlimited. You have a limited, but with plenty of gigabytes, a Wi-Fi package, right? So you're not with all the miniature spends here and there, right? So you can really add the value. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're the type of person that you want to buy the package on board and buy a la carte, you're going to end up spending close to $1,100 additionally. So it is a tremendous value. Again, your buddies and friends at Travel Cruzon can price the cruise so you can make the decision on your own. And I guarantee you, once you see the go all in price compared to the cruise only price, it's going to be a no brainer for you guys. So again, thank you so much. It's been really fun. And I hope to see you on board one of our beautiful ships soon. And again, don't forget, call your friends at Travel Cruzon. They're going to work with me and we're going to get you a deal of a lifetime. Thanks, guys.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Antolin, what a mouthful. I mean, I think this is almost a record-breaking time for you as well, like trying to get all of this information in such a short period of time. I mean, wow. And I mean, every time I see your presentation and I hear from you, it's always something different that you pick up, because I never really paid attention, in all honesty. And please, you guys don't kill me, but I'm only human. But I genuinely didn't pick up on MSC being as marine friendly. I mean, I see the Ocean Key and yeah. But when I looked at like your description and the breakdown of the ship a little more, and I'm like, oh my God, they really put a lot of money into this, so that, yes, we're sailing and having a great time, but we're not intentionally going to smog up the ocean and make a mess, so we could enjoy watching maybe some dolphins jump around the ship as we sail and stuff like that, and knowing that they're not being hurt, like impact immediately by us, having fun. I never really paid attention to that, and I appreciate seeing it now, because now it builds my confidence to say go marine. And Ocean Key, I've yet to stay at Ocean Key, but in comparison, you're right, it is more tranquil, it is more adult sexy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is more adult sexy, so it's still, it has everything. And the cool thing of not tendering to shore, we all been there bobbering, and that's also a big deal, because if the weather is bad and that sea gives you 3-foot waves, you'll be like, trying to make it, like, journey, like, is it gonna even get there? That 2-minute drive looked like 3 hours. Like, am I really gonna do this? And in most cases, a lot of people tend to stand ship
Exactly.
and miss the experience. A lot of
Because
people
it's a
tend to
big
stand ship.
process, right? It takes time. It takes time to move, and sometimes it's hard for if you're a bigger family or have some of the older folks, for sure.
Right, because it's less friendly to persons who are disabled.
That
And on top of that, you have people who are chicken. So you have chickens like me who would say, that's a small little boat. No, I can do the big sailing ship, but I don't know about that little thing, So, but it's always been a pleasure having you with us, and I can't wait for everybody to see this video. You guys, once goes, we are going to post this on our Instagram page. We're going to post on our YouTube channel. And this is going to be on our Facebook main page as well as in our group, because it has to be shareable, because this content is too good to keep to yourself. So if you never thought that you could be on a grown and sexy yet luxury cruise, think again. He has made it clear, not only the Swarovski staircases, which takes awesome pictures, by the way. The food is wonderful. The experience is breathtaking. And if you're brave enough, I dare you to walk on that little bar in the back of the ship where you see nothing but ocean under your feet, if you want a little bit of adventure too. So they have a little bit of everything for you. And I'm looking forward to have my team, get you on these ships starting this August. Yes? Well, I thank you, Antolin. And for you Travel Cruzion fans, don't forget, every video is going to come with a question or two. Answer the questions, get a grab bag, and let's just have some fun. It's Summer Splash 21. Have a great day.